Hello teachers from Eastern, Cherry Knoll, and Corte. This is Mrs. Bonnie with a review and some updates to make sure everybody is on the same page with their iObservation account, what's expected for sharing your information with your principal this year, and also growth plans and reviewing the requirements for those. Please remember that all growth plans are due to your principals by September 16th in order for us to meet with you and go over them and get them into the state by September 23rd. I'm sure you're going to be working on making sure you get those meetings scheduled with your principals soon. I'm going to jump right in and just go over some of the basics that we covered yesterday in most of our presentations. In here, you will see that this is the iObservation. Up here, you're going to see your name, and the first thing that we're going to review is how to make sure you're getting email notifications. In order to receive email notifications, you just click on the arrow by your name in the upper right-hand corner, and then you're going to click on My Settings. Once you do so, you'll go to this page, Email Notification Preferences. I tend to have everything checked, as you can see here. If you check all the way down to the bottom, you'll then come across where it says Save. Be sure you save your preferences to have email notifications from your iObservation account. If you don't do this, you will not be notified when a principal gives you a drop or other things are happening within your iObservation, your evaluation. I'm now going to review how to do a self-observation. This is how we are going to ask that you communicate and track your own progress as a teacher in the different domains. In order to do a self-observation, you click on Observations tab across the top. You're then going to go to Conduct. Once you've done that, this screen will appear, at which point you can either find yourself down below. Sometimes you'll have a lot of people within your account and you'll need to go to the Search tab. You can then type in your first name or your last name. You do need to use your full first or last name in the search box. Otherwise, it will not recognize you and it will come up with no results. You can then hit Enter, or you can hit on the little search icon. From there, your name will appear. And then there will be, on the right-hand side, next to your name, a place where it says Forms. You'll click on that, the little arrow, and then it will come up with the different domains. Depending on where it is you're going to make a self-observation, you would then click on the appropriate form. Yesterday, we did a lot with clicking on Domain 4, Collegiality and Professionalism. So I'm just going to use that as our example. However, you can do observations in anything. You're most likely going to be doing most of your observations in domain 2, 3, and 4. Once you do that, then you would find the specific element that you're looking to put in a drop in your own bucket for your principal to review. Today I'm going to do mentoring other teachers and sharing ideas and strategies. We saw a lot of that happening at PD yesterday. Or you can do participating in district and school initiatives, being part of my Excel training, and the rollout of the blueprint within TCAP. So would be demonstrating either of these. You'll then move into actually conducting your own observation and what you've done. You can check on one or all or some of these different pieces. You just click on the boxes provided over here. Then, if you need to see where you might fall on the scale, you can click on the blue scale right there in Resources, that's where you will find what it means to be beginning, developing, applying. You would then click on what you're going to rate yourself. Below that is where you'll find the comments, and then farther down, your ability to put in attachments that relate directly to this. Again, my recommendation to you is to have a running Word document or Google Doc where you pre-write these things and then cut and paste them into iObservation so that you do not have any lost information. It's just a great way to keep your own record going so you can also remember what you have put in and what you haven't put in. Once you're done with that, be sure to come up to the top and hit Save and Close. If you hit Save and Close, then it is able to be recognized later on in the system and you can go back to it. You could also hit Finish, which means that you cannot go back to this observation. I would recommend using Save and Close. Once you have saved your draft, then you'll come to this page where it will have your most recent observations at the top. They are ordered by time, starting from the most recent at the top. Then don't forget, sharing is caring. You must then go in and share what you have done. If you don't hit share, then your principals will not be aware of what you're doing and then cannot turn around and give you a drop in the bucket for this work. Once you hit share, you'll need to go click on your school, and then from there you would find your principal, and then you would click add for whoever your principal is. Their name will appear here. After that, you would see down below, farther down on that site, on that web page, their name would appear in your shared users part, and then you would click save. At this point, your observation would be shared with your principal, and then we would be able to get in and see your work and your rating of yourself. I'm now going to quickly go through how you complete your growth plan and some reminders about that. You just click under growth. You have to go through and do the self-reflection. If you are a probationary or were rated with ineffective or minimally effective last year, then you will need to complete all of the reflections for domains 1, 2, 3, and 4. If you do not fall in that category, you just need to complete the self-reflection for domain 1. However, you do need to go in for domains 2, 3, and 4 and click finished. Yesterday we had a few people who went in and they completed them, however they forgot to click finish, so then it would not allow them to start their growth plan for the year. So don't forget to click finish. In your growth plan, you need to remember to include your action steps and specific dates for when you plan to have those things done through the year. If you are a highly effective or effective teacher who is also non-probationary, then you will need to complete your growth plan for domain 1, and you'll have 3 to 5 elements. Please remember that our 3 schools are choosing element number 2 for everyone to work on, tracking student progress. If you do not fit into that category, meaning that you're probationary or were ineffective or minimally effective, then you need to have 3 to 5 elements for domain 1, again also including element number 2. In domain 2, you need to have element 43 on your growth plan. Domain 3, you need to have element 52, and then in domain 4, you're able to choose any. Again, if you have any questions about this, please feel free to contact your principal or myself. I'm happy to help anyone with this.